Om Shri Ganeshayebhyo Namaha. Om Shri Sharadayebhyo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Saraswati Rupena Sanskritam Namastase 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 Namo Namam. प्रेम से बोलो श्री सरस्वती माता की जय। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। तू स्वर्ग की देवी, ये संगीत तुझसे, हर शब्द तेरा है, हर गीत तुझसे। तू स्वर्ग की देवी, ये संगीत तुझसे, हर शब्द तेरा है, हर गीत तुझसे। हम हैं तेरी, हम हैं अधूरी, तेरी शरण हम, हमें तार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। प्रेम से बोलो श्री सरस्वती माता की जय। First of all, friends, my name is Pandit Navin alongside Pandit Hemant, and we'd like to welcome you to a brand new installment of Gyan Shakti. Of course, Gyan is knowledge, Shakti is power, knowledge is power. And today, we'd just like to say a special thank you and a warm welcome, of course, Happy New Year to each and every one of you as we celebrate 2014 with many gusto and things like that. Now, Iman, let me ask you a question. We like to sing, we like to participate in the arts, we like to participate in expressions, we like to put ourselves out there. How is all that possible?
By none other than the blessings of Mother Saraswati.
Definitely. And this episode of Gyan Shakti is a very special episode of Gyan Shakti because it is dedicated to that great Mother Mahadevi Saraswati Ma. On February 3rd, which is going to be Monday, we are going to be celebrating that of Vasant Panchami or Saraswati Jayanti. Now to all the younger viewers watching out there, the word Jayanti, what it means birth. And at that point in time, it is said that Mother Saraswati has given us that indication through avatar about the representation of Dharma. It is said that she represents so much in this world. Music, dance, art, grace, class. She brings all that together. And why? Why does she control so much in this world? Because she's a mother at the end of the day. And only a mother displays and has that much power in what they do. It is validated by her love. But in order for us to understand Mother Saraswati, we have to look at many different things. Because Swar is right here. The format of expression. Swar is what we say, what we do. The action in what we permit ourselves to express ourselves here. Like when Himan played drum just now. He is blessed by Mother Saraswati. When I sing my little bhajan to her, I am blessed by Mother Saraswati in order to express myself. And she controls that power of it. You see, devotees, it says that Sar means essence and Swar means self. So Saraswati means essence of self or essence of oneself. There are three main Devis in our religion, in the Hindu faith. It is Durga, Lakshmi and Saraswati. And out of the three formats, all three moms have an indication of what they do. Mother Saraswati is the one responsible for that of the arts. She's responsible for that of expression. She's responsible for that of music. She's responsible of education, lessons. She's responsible of all these different things, right? Which indirectly means the power of the mind. With her, we get the blessings to have that blessing of learning, of communication, of expression, music, dance, art, grace, and there's so many different things that she represents in this world. Mhm. It is said that Brahmaji, and Mother Saraswati, they work hand in hand, right? Because what does Lord Brahma represent in this world?
Well, he's actually the creator.
Mhm. And she brings life to his creation through the format of expression. Because anything we want to create in this world, we ultimately want to use it for expression. Just like Gyan Shakti, it is brought to you by us trying to make an indication out there using the internet, using Facebook, using all these different things, because we want society to learn. We want people to tell themselves that there's no excuse not to learn about our Dharma and our culture. When there are young men like ourselves and many others out there fighting to provide an example for society today. Hmm? Mother Saraswati, and before I get into the dedication factor, before I get into all these different things here, I want to explain about the physical part of Mother Saraswati.
Yes.
Right? Because I think only when we understand that, we will get a clearer view of what she represents in this world. If you look at Mother Saraswati, tell me how she's dressing.
Oh, very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with nice jewelry, pretty sari, and she's sitting on that peacock.
Mm-hmm.
And those beautiful hands. I know the hands have, you know, different meaning, and Navin will dealt with that in a minute.
You see, Mother Saraswati, the physical breakdown of Mother Saraswati is you have to understand that she represents that of swar. She represents that of expression. She also represents the power of the mind. In Sri Ram Chitramanas, before Sri Ram left to go into the forest, a discussion had to be taken place between Mantra and Kekehi. And it is said during that time, all the gods in the heavens, they were waiting for Sri Ram to leave Ayodhya because he had to go to Lanka to destroy Ravan. And during that time, he was taking his time and all that. So Mother Saraswati had to appear and to twist the tongue to get into the mind of Mantra so that she can influence that of Kekehima. Right? You see, Mother Saraswati is able to discriminate between good and bad in the mind. She is able to do all these different things. Right? If you look at her physically, you will see she has 4 hands. And real quick, you know, people ask you questions. Many people, why our Hindu gods have so many hands? I know what is the greatest answer for that. The more hands they have is the more blessings we can get. Right? But it's an interaction of different formats too. It is said that the 4 hands, it represents the 4 aspects of the human personality. You know, the human personality is a very interesting one because nobody knows how powerful the human mind is until we see what an individual can do with it. Albert Einstein, Mahatma Gandhi, leaders in society that have provided a good foundation have been the ones that we have neglected to even notice until they have expressed themselves. And it shows us that each and every one of us has the ability, but it depends on the individual. Martin Luther King, another one.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, one of our greatest philosophers because of the nature of work that he does. And it is said that, you know, the 4 hands, it represents an aspect of human personality in learning, mind, intellect, and ego. She has the ability to control all these different things. If you look, you will see on one hand, she has that of the scripture. Right? The importance of a book today, in today's society, is highly, highly neglected now. Why? Because we have the internet. Why? Because we have so many different things that we forget to remember. Our older forefathers will tell you about the encyclopedias. They will tell you about reading for knowledge. Right? We always encourage young children, always read. Right? When you read, it piques your mind, it piques your interest. It also increases your vocabulary. It makes you become more aware of what is going on out there. Right? So on one hand, the scripture that she has, it shows that the religious background that we survive on, that we thrive on, she has the power of control there. Because only for a Pandit to go on a Singhasan and to treat and to teach us about what is being there in our faith, he has to get that part of drishti, that part of knowledge from her in order to put out his work there. So that we as a group collectively can learn, practice and put into play. Right? What kind of knowledge do we get from a book? Hmm? Sri Ramchitra Manas Bhagavad Gita teaches us about our culture, our dharma, but it teaches us about the character of a man. Bhagavad Gita teaches us about trials and tribulations, but about understanding karma yoga, Gyan yoga, all these different aspects of what the human body has to interact in. Hmm? So on one hand, she shows that she has proper control over that. On the second hand, she has the lotus, which shows true knowledge and peace. Right? Anything we do in life, we have to be able to be at peace with it. You see, on one hand, she's showing you that you have the knowledge there, but you must be able to control. If one is unable to control what they have, sometimes they get themselves drunk. Sometimes they get themselves immersed in the power, like Ravan did. Or like some of our great leaders who have failed to stand up. Because you know why? Power makes a man go weak. Power makes us lose our position and loses our place. Right? And the third and the fourth, you will see that she will have the Veena there. Right? Music and life. She tunes this whole world with one note in her sitar. One note. Right? Why? Because the power of her mind is there. Only a mother can sway a child in a right direction. You hear me?
True talk, yeah.
Yeah. Only our mommy can sway our mind in a right direction. Only she has the power. Because a mother will get into your mind and make you think. When a mother addresses something, whether you want to admit it or you don't want to admit it, it makes you think. You know what the father. Can't tell dada, right? Right? But she controls that there. Right? Also, you will see sometimes in one hand too, she has that of the Rudrakshak Mala. Right? The rosary Mala that she will have in she hand. What it represents? The concentration of the mind. One should always allow the mind to be sharp. Because the mind is a powerful tool. But when it used properly, it can be most effective. Right? So Mother Saraswati shows this world that by her allowing her to get into the mind of you, allowing her presence to influence you, you are able to see the world in a whole totally different light. Right? Because the expectations that you are looking at in the world, it's different. Hmm? He may like A.R. Rahman, right?
Yep.
Tremendous artist, and you know what makes him different? Because of the way he sees the world through his music. Van Gogh, an artist, what makes him different? The way he saw the world through his painting. Our expression is how people have a personal and close relationship with us. And only until we can explain ourselves in that proper manner, we are able to put ourselves out there. Right? I want to explain a couple of things here now too. The importance of learning, you know. She is able to control this mind when it comes to learning. For the younger children, you know, sometimes we have all these exams and all these different things to learn, right? Learning is very important for us to understand the importance of it. And she is able to do that because we have to remember that whatever we learn in life, we must be able to apply it in life. Every lesson doesn't go untouched. Every lesson has value. Every lesson has so much behind it. Right?
Yep.
Right? And what we have to realize is that what we learn we must apply, and what we apply we must practice. But what we practice also becomes a new way of life. Right? We learn a lesson and it gives us a rude awakening. And what happens with that awakening? It changes our perspective about the way we view our life and ourselves. So what I'm trying to say here, I'm not trying to use just religious texts to show you the greatness of Ma Saraswati, but I'm trying to show you a realistic point where lessons are. Right? Because every lesson we learn we should apply. Every one that we have applied should be practiced, and what we practice, it should allow us to become a new way of life. It is said, and this is a quote that I came up with earlier today when I was thinking about it, learning disregards ego, pride, and impulse. A student becomes like everyone else. There's no title, there's no class, there's no position. The only thing there, that is knowledge. Right? Whenever you walk into a classroom, whenever you go in front of a classroom and there's a teacher there, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you are. You are there for one purpose, and that purpose is to learn. Right? And by you learning, it shows you the importance and the value of a lesson. Because a lesson